Hello viewers, I'm SB, and it's that time again. See, usually around here, in December, we do a thing called the Season of Celebration, because winter is good, and snow is good, and I will brook no argument on this topic. And also, it's almost my birthday. Now, we've had a lot of conversations around here, especially recently, about how I have a hard time feeling up to celebrating. And that's a big part of the reason that I do this, that I make a conscious effort to do so. I think it's a thing you have to actively do. I'm not going to try to lay some, happiness is a choice nonsense on you, because I live down here in the world of material consequences with the rest of you. But I do think it's important to try to recognize the things in your life that are good, even when everything feels bad. Actually, especially when everything feels bad. And right now, everything about who I am feels like it's unmoored and in flux, and I'm terrified about my future, and also my mom has the coronavirus, so this year I'm going to be running the Season of Celebration in nightmare mode, I guess. One thing that I did this year that I am actually pretty pleased about is that I kept better track of the games that I heard about and found interesting, but didn't have time to try out, right at the moment I heard about them. The downside of this, it turns out, is that I didn't end up having time to try most of them later either, so now I just have this great big anxiety-inducing list of games that I never found time to get to, and if I'm not familiar with them, how am I going to put out my standard completely authoritative Game of the Year list? And oh my god, there's no time left, and it's so much pressure, and... So, I've cleared some space on the schedule, and for the next few weeks, we'll be taking a look at some of these. We'll try full playthroughs of some of the shorter and more heavily recommended things on the list, and we'll take a slightly different approach to some of the longer and more complicated ones. Don't worry, I have a plan. And, even though we already kinda don't have time to cover everything, if you would like to suggest a game from this year that you think isn't getting the attention it deserves, please do so in the comments below or over on the subreddit. I want to hear about all of this year's hidden gems. The weirder the better, frankly. And you know what, if you want to make recommendations about non-video game stuff, anything, really, from this year, the subreddit's a good place for that too. This is a time for celebrating the things you love this year, and sharing your love with everybody else. In a totally not creepy, non-criminal way. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and Patreoning, and commenting, and recommending stuff, and basically making all of this possible. You're making my life possible. Think about the things you love, do things for the people you love, and let's find some new things to love together.